we did mention that we will try and get a hold of Basic Education Advisor Panyaza Lesufi following comments made by Section 27 spokesperson Mark Hayward. You heard the interview. He just spoke to us regarding what they say is a threat, or not really a threat, an intention rather, to give the Department of Basic Education 3 days to come up with what they call a credible catch-up plan for pupils in Limpopo, else face court action. And when we were speaking to Mr. Hayward, he said in conversation with Panyaza Lesufi, Mr. Lesufi said last week that the catch-up plan that had been presented before is not really the catch-up plan, and that another one is coming. Also pointing to a response by Parliament's Portfolio Committee on Basic Education when they rejected the plan presented before it. Mr. Lesufi, a very good evening to you. Thank you very much for responding to our call. So what do you say to this account by Mr. Hayward? Can you confirm it?
So we are indeed taken aback by the department. It's something that will resolve with Section 27. We've got a joint committee that we've established, and we've agreed that will work together on issues that we differ on. And it's just unfortunate that we have presented them a catch-up plan. They have not come back to us to say they disagree with this component or agree with this component. They are now quickly rushing to court without necessarily speaking to us. It's a matter that we'll deal with. It's just unfortunate. It's clear that some people enjoy playing to the gallery, and we have no choice but to wait for them and deal with this issue.
But did you have a conversation with Mark Hayward in which you said that a catch-up plan that's been presented is not really the catch-up plan?
No. We exchanged documents, and I clarified to him that what we presented in court is a monthly report. It's not a catch-up plan. It's a monthly report. And on the basis of the meetings that the minister is currently holding with school principals in Limpopo, you will agree with me, Tepiso, that school principals are the ones that are running the schools. So on the basis of the meetings with them, it's clear that there is something that needs to be formulated to meet those desires of the principals. And on that basis, we said we'll give them an update on those particular meetings, and therefore we'll be in a position to exchange documents. As I said, we've got a joint committee between ourselves and Section 27. And if we differ on any other issue, we agreed that we'll talk through that joint committee. I've not received a call. I'm surprised now I'm getting media inquiries from people to say Section 27 is saying is dashing to court when they've not even presented the issue that they differ with us on the table, so that we can check whether it's a valid deviation or any other deviation.
Okay, so what do you say then? Because Parliament's Portfolio Committee, we understand, told you yesterday that they're unhappy with the plan that you presented. In fact, we understand that one of the MPs called it an insult to themselves and Limpopo learners because it does not, first of all, look at the impact that this has had, the non-delivery of textbooks to learners, and the fact that it doesn't focus on intervention for grade 10s, and that is not necessarily different from the ordinary day-to-day teaching as required by the court order.
So that's the difficulty the department finds itself in. We've got conflicting requests and demands from conflicting constituencies. The principals request something which is completely different to what Section 27 is requesting. The court is requesting something different from us. The Portfolio Committee is requesting something different from Section 27. So as a department, we have to do a balancing act to satisfy all those four constituencies. The teacher unions, they request something completely different from what you have presented on the table. So we have to satisfy almost 5 constituencies that have different and conflicting demands over the department. And as a department, we are requesting that someone must bear thought for us. Honestly, we need all of us sit under one room, present our document. If other people have views, let's panel beat that document jointly rather than try to be populist and go all over and argue that we are presenting something that is completely unacceptable. We respect the Portfolio Committee. We believe that it was just a miscommunication because what we thought that they are requesting, it was exactly the opposite of what they're requesting, and we agreed that give us a date, we'll come back and present a credible document. They've given us a date. We're going back to the Portfolio Committee next week, and I can assure you we'll agree with the Portfolio Committee, but we have conflicting requests and demands from almost 5 constituencies, and we have to satisfy all those constituencies.
Mr. Lesufi, I hope you do chat to us about it when that happens. Panyaza Lesufi is advisor to the Basic Education Minister.